Hello YouTube, Dogfoot9 here, and welcome to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode. And today we've got a pretty important match, well, two pretty important matches to start with before we get into the deadline day deals and stuff like that. But first we've got a match against Man U, and then we've got our second leg against Spurs, which are both going to be pretty intense games. So I'm going to have to prepare a really good squad to put out there, and also I'm going to have to, for this first match, I'm going to have to put out a couple of younger players to save some of my older, more experienced players for my Spurs match, because they are quite close together. I think they're within 3 days of each other, so I'm going to have to make sure that I've got a strong team for both matches, because I really want to win. I want to win against Man U, and also want to stay in the Capital One Cup, because that's kind of balancing on a knife edge. Because if Spurs do manage to score against us at home and we can't reply, then they are going to go through, because we've got the away goals and stuff like that. You guys know all about that. But I don't really have to explain it. But early on, here against well, not early on actually, it was towards the, it was just into the second half, and Muriel goes in at the near post and gets it past Man U's keeper there. It had been quite a quiet match so far in that match. We were just trying to break each other down, and both teams trying to break away. But there, Hernandez levels up the scoring for Manchester United, and we managed to clear it out here for this. Vinny scored a second goal there, but we managed to clear it out. And Aguero on the ball here, passes it through to Muriel. The defence are nowhere to be seen, and Jovino can just smack it into the back of the net. So it was a pretty cheap goal, but the defence just seemed to leave us to just score and get past the keeper there. And then once again we're on the breakaway here with Aguero with his amazing dribbling and pace, gets it through there to Adrian, and Adrian tries to slot it past the keeper but can't. But my actually, with that brilliant volley there, I just had to watch that again. That scissor kick volley, I think that was there, straight into a top corner, and that was an absolutely brilliant goal for us there. And especially against Man U, it does kind of make them disheartened, and it does show fans that we are doing quite well. And it was at home as well, so it just gives our fans a good show. And then Stefan Al-Shawari, he replies once more and says, instead of complaining about the contract offer not being good enough, he actually accepts the offer. So we've got him now into the team. So that's Bahrain into the team, Gundogan into the team as like a backup centre defensive mid, and then we've got El Shawari, who's going to be replacing Podolski, and also can play as a striker or a left winger, a bit like Podolski, so he practically is a younger version of Podolski. He's got the same sort of pace, same sort of stats, except he's got like better skill moves and better weak foot than Podolski. Because Podolski, his right foot wasn't the best thing ever. It was alright, but it's not as good as 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. I mean, he has got El Shawari high attacking work rates for both defensive and attacking, but that's going to tire him out a bit, so I'm going to have to make sure that I keep an eye on his fitness quite a bit, because I don't want to get him injured within a couple of weeks of him being at Arsenal. But anyway, we've got a match against Spurs here, and I was going to play Stefan Al-Shawari, see how he did face against Spurs. It wasn't the easiest opponent to play against in your first match, but he is at home, so hopefully he'll be alright. He won't be like getting booed by anyone or anything like that. But early on, again, we're scoring quite a few early on goals quite recently, but nice bit of passing here. Ozil gets on the ball outside the box and passes back to Yari Martinez. Also, Chamberlain was shot there straight at the keeper, but I don't know why the keeper, Hugo Lloris, didn't come out to get the ball there. But El Shawari can just head it over him into the back of the net, and you know how overpowered headers are, but El Shawari just shows his absolute class there. And Lewandowski also showing his class, not being outclassed. I'm saying class a lot this episode, but he's not being overshadowed by the new signing, and he can show that he's worth about 50 million, which are counter-offered to Bayern Munich, because they wanted him, but I said 50 million would be the price for him, and he's just showing how much he is actually worth to the team. And Ozil there, he's also been getting himself from a score sheet quite recently. I haven't had any offers for him, but he has been just like quietly working away, getting us goals, and helping score as well. And then someone else who's been quietly working away is our young striker Benny Kofobi. I've been bringing him on as a sub quite recently because he's got that pace and he's also quite good at attacking. He also positions himself really well to score himself some nice goals. And he's been coming on as a substitute and he's been scoring nearly every single sub appearance. But once again, Aguero, he's also showing that he's been quite a good striker for us, and he's showing that he's worth about 70 million, but I did say he was worth, because he's been scoring quite a few goals for us recently. He's also still quite young and he can still grow. Maybe he'll get to about 94 rated before he starts to decline. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe when he's about 27 or something like that, I think he'll start to really hit his peak. But anyway, getting into transfer deadline day now, and I didn't really want to make too many more. Well, I didn't really want to make any deals recently. I just wanted to keep squad as much as I could. I was gonna see if anyone wanted to leave on transfer deadline day. I doubted it quite a bit because we all seem to be quite happy at the club. But I wanted to see if there was any offers coming in, and Walcott gets an offer from Real Madrid here. For quite a hefty transfer fee as well, but I wanted 35 million for him because he is a really good player recently, and he is an 86 rated winger and he is only 24, so I wanted to keep him so he could grow a bit more, because I think he could probably become one of the best wingers on the game in a couple of years time. But we are just going to advance through the transfer window. I'm not going to really try and buy anyone unless one of my players does get sold. But here again, Bayern Munich, they did really want him. They've been wanting quite a few of my top players recently, but I stuck firm at the 35 million counter offer, which would be given to everyone who wanted Theo Walcott, and they didn't really want to go for it, I don't think, and I wanted to keep Walcott at the club at all costs really. So Bayern Munich there didn't really want to keep pursuing him. But we're just ticking down the hours here on transfer deadline day. I'd done all my deals really early on in the transfer window. Varane, Gundogan was really early. Varane came around the middle, and then El Shaarawy I did a couple of days ago. So signing all the players I wanted before transfer deadline day, which is always good because you never know. You could have won someone, but they could be snapped up by someone before transfer deadline day, and that could leave you disappointed or with a hole in your team. So that's just a little tip for you guys there. But we're just coming to the end of the transfer deadline day here. 3 hours left and no new offers coming in. So this is the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like or subscribe for more FIFA videos. And as we just tick down the last 2 hours of transfer deadline day, I'll see you guys later, and it'll probably be for another FIFA video. So until then, I'll see you later. Bye.